Hello? Hello, 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 hello. Let's see here. Let me get some. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get set up here real fast, and we'll get going as soon as my computer cooperates. Let's see here. Video manager. Gotta love it sometimes. Excuse me. And it's something to where. And it's not. Get to the right screen here. That would help. That would help a lot. Get to the right screen. If this page would open. Good holy moly. There we are. Let's see here. Let's go to view on watch page. That would help. And folks, we get set up here. Good holy moly. There. Let's see here. Let everybody know I'm around. Let's see here. Edit. Copy. Discard changes. Let's see here. Oh, you know, folks, sometimes you're doing an impromptu show. You just gotta do it this way just because you have to. Oh, man. Sometimes this just flippin' sucks. I got 2 more places I can go to now. Second one. And we go to the exchange. Oh, man. So, put that over here. Test 1, test 2. Test 1, test 2. This is Dinner and Politics for the weekend of 5/20/2017. And this is run number 1. And here we go. I get to the right screen once again. Hey everybody, it's Lance Bell with Dinner and Politics for Sunday, May the 21st, 2017. Now, it's been a little while, but I'm back. As you see, I have the shake and bake chicken with French cut green beans and red sauce. Oh, speaking of which, this show is sponsored by Frank's Red Hot Original. I forgot to put it on before the show started, so I apologize for that. Now, you're probably wondering what beer I'm drinking tonight. This is Yard Arm IPA, and this is from, excuse me. This is from Royal Docks Beer Company out of Canton, Ohio. But we're going to get started here right now. Now, if you have any questions, please jump in and let me know. Let's see here. Let's go to view on watch page. I don't know why my YouTube page actually decided to go live all of a sudden. I don't know what happened there. And I'm going to look down and over a lot because I need to see what's going on with my messages. You know, this week has been really, really, really weird as far as political news. Now, I'm going to address something first. Now, I know this has been talked ad nauseum, but I'm going to talk about the whole Miss USA nonsense. Now, Kara McCullough, she's the person that won Miss USA. Now, here's the thing. Black Americans should have been proud of her. And yes, I know she's from a different country. Don't give me that bullshit. Well, she's not real black American. Go fuck yourself. You ought to be proud of anybody of color being a, excuse me, she is a nuclear physical scientist. Not a lot of people can do that field. You know that. You damn well know that you know that. Don't give me that bullshit, you know? You know, just because she didn't agree with your view, I saw all the mental Olympics going on with this on Monday and Tuesday, and it pisses me off. Here's the reason why. Progressives should have been proud of the position she got into. She busted her ass to get there. Like I said at the beginning of this video, that is not an easy field to get into. I don't give a damn who you are. But because she didn't agree with your views, she didn't walk with you in lockstep, that makes you look fucking stupid. Real fucking stupid, you know? I had to check my mic there. Folks, I'm sorry. That comes down to this. You want all these people to vote for your party, but all of a sudden you want to pick and choose. The game doesn't work that way. Joe and Jane American, who really don't follow politics, they see bullshit like this. They want nothing to do with you. That's the whole problem. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. Get your head out of your fucking ass. Speaking of the DNC, I saw that whole thing with Hillary Clinton. And she's sitting there trying to call herself the outsider. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there's no way she's an outsider. And Brian, I thank you for watching. Thank you for showing up. Excuse me. You know, and Brian says, I'm a liberal, but I have no problem with what her or what she said. Thank you. And that's why I said, is like, I saw all these mental Olympics going on earlier in the week, and it pissed me totally off. You know, there was her opinion alone, and it's one of those ones to where she's getting reamed over the coals for it. It just makes me mad, but I should have did an outside video on that during the week, and I chose not to. Because I was totally completely pissed off about it. Because I know what I could have said. I know exactly what I could have said. And here, and for the record, for those of you that might be watching me later on in the week, or Brian for you now, you have to understand something. My views are pretty much moderate conservative. But I am very open to anything. I will listen to anything. But something as far as that on Miss USA is something totally different. But let me stop. I'm getting off topic. I'm trying to move on to the next topic. The next topic is Hillary Clinton and what she's up to this week. You know, Mrs. Clinton, I've said for a year. Actually, let me back that up. I've said this. Let's see here. When I first started talking about you as far as the election, you tried to go as far as back 5 years ago. When I first started doing videos heavy. You honestly thought that you would go, just throw your name down, and you get the election. You honestly thought that would get handed to you. Then everybody else did, because everybody else was in on the fix. But guess what? It didn't happen. Now, for the record, I'm not here to defend Trump. I'm not here to defend Trump as far as the election at all. But here's the deal. You ran a piss-poor campaign. Not to mention all your paid and unpaid trolls. Not to mention all the SJWs who didn't help your situation. All the gaslighting, you know, that went on. And all the shame went on. That turned a lot of people off. That's the fucking reason why you goddamn lost. You know? And all this, and from Team Blue trying to blame Russia. You know, if they had any influence remains to be seen. But to be honest with you, and what way it went down, Trump needed no help from anybody. You did it to yourself. You really, really did. If you really want to save the party, and I'm talking about Team Blue, and Team Blue, you're going to watch this, and you're going to call me totally nuts. Mrs. Clinton, you, the establishment, the SJWs, and the far left need to go away. Honestly, needs to go away. And I better explain what the hell I'm talking about. Earlier, just recently, I just talked about Joe and Jane Citizen. They saw exactly what you're all about. They really, really did. And trust me, they want nothing to do with you. And I guarantee you, even though they're really not watching right now for the most part, they see what Athena's doing right now. They see how you're conducting yourselves. Everything's conspiracy theory. It looks like McCarthyism, especially the history buffs. They're all saying the exact same thing I just said. And that's not a good sign. It really, really, really isn't. You know, now I want politics in general, I'm talking about both parties, both main parties. My philosophy, if you're going to do scorched earth, blow the whole thing up and start over again. But Team Blue, you say that you're for the people, for all walks of life, but I'm watching people on these forums, and people that I know, they're saying for all people, provided they agree with your views. This is the Republicans circa 1996, but only worse. You're so far to the left, you're to the right of the conservative hardliners, but without the religion. I have said that for 2 years. That statement for me, nothing new. Go back and watch my videos when I talked about this particular subject. That's exactly what I said. And I stand by that then, I stand by it now, and I'll stand by it in the future until something proves me otherwise. You'll need to excuse me, folks, lay off this Russia stuff. You're turning a whole lot of people off, and I say that because some of the videos I'm starting to watch today, I'm starting to see the conspiracy theory that all Republicans are tied into Russia. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, are you talking about proof? Are you talking about guilt by proxy? Do you really think the American public is that fucking dumb to go along with that? Okay, yeah, you might say 30%. Okay. There's people out there and look at a Facebook post and call it fact. Those are the people out there. You know, I got no control over that. I'm sorry, I had to check my email messages. I apologize for that. Do you really think that, you know what, that people see this? They really, really do. I had to check my email messages. I apologize for that. I'm sorry, I had to pause there on my own because it's streaming live and I only have one message. I want to make sure I had to refresh the page. This is why you're going to continue to lose elections. You have no platform. Especially on the posts I've been seeing. Oh yeah, you'll be a party open to all people provided they look at your views. That's what I said about the Republican circuit in 1996. You can't say that and then say, okay, I see people out there all the time that's on the left saying like, oh, you can't be a progressive, you don't have a college degree. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, number one, you're gonna lock out, okay, you're locking out Team Red, okay, I understand that. That's from a political standpoint, I understand that part. But you automatically just locked out the working class. You just turned yourself into an elitist class. with that type of statement. And a lot of people do it. Even Rachel Maddow is stopped short of saying that. And she's about as far as left as she can get. And she's one of the biggest Clinton shills out there. Even she stopped short of saying something like that. Because she knows that's career suicide if she did. It's like, you're alienating yourselves so bad. And I mean so bad. That you're running in danger of not winning another election. You really think that shaming, gaslighting people into your position, throwing conspiracy theories out there? Hell, there are people I know right now, or people I met in life, are honestly completely saying, well, they don't agree with me, therefore they're a Nazi, and that's justifying me to punch them. What the fuck? You know, that is morally wrong. Just because they don't agree with you, you're allowed to attack them? Granted, if the free speech is as fucked up as it is, that do not give you the right. I kept my mouth shut on something like that, but I'm saying it now on camera for the record. Right now. And that's something that needs to be said. And it's like, ugh. You don't win elections that way. You really, really don't. Now, moving on. As far as news this week. This actually comes into two parts. The whole thing with Seth Rich. Now look, I'm not going to sit here and say it was a hit job. Or I'm not going to say what Washington Post said in one of their online articles saying that was fake news. I'm going to take the middle ground here, and here's the reason why. There's not enough evidence to blame anybody right now. Give me some evidence, give me some proof, put it in the court of law. Okay, I got something to work from, but till now, I'm not going to say, okay, the DNC had him killed. Was it a random act of crime? Was it a straight hit job? Was it a foreign influence? I don't fucking know. I really, really, really don't. Sorry, I had to do a sound check again. If I knew the answer, I would tell you. I just don't know. And I honestly wish I did. It's just one of those ones to where the way people going about it, and it's like, you got that, you got James Comey. Okay. Here's the thing with Comey. Team Blue, and it's been documented everywhere, that Team Blue wanted him deep six during the election. No doubt about it. I wish I should have archived those articles when they first came out, because now I'm looking at the same media outlets going after Trump for firing him. Now look, it looks really bad. It does. And I'll be the first person to admit that. However, if there was big time ethics problems, he needed to go. Bottom line. I mean, that's what it is. No matter what people say. And it's one of those ones to where he's going to testify, I believe, after Memorial Day. I want to say it's that Tuesday after Memorial Day, if I read the article right. If it's different, please somebody tell me in the comments below or in the chat. This has turned into a bigger mess. I honestly believe the way that, and I'm talking about the DNC themselves, not necessarily the people online or their supporters. I'm talking about the DNC themselves. I think they're afraid. Honestly afraid. And let me explain. We all know they got skeletons in the closet. We all know that, right? I think that they're trying to keep stuff buried. I'm talking about from the DNC level. So it's one of those ones to where it's going to be bad. They know it's going to be bad, and they're trying to bury it now because they figured during the elections back then, when all that stuff about Clinton came out, they knew they could bury it then because of the situation. Now they can't. You know, speaking of which, I want to bring up this whole Donald Trump thing. Everybody says, "Oh, he needs to be impeached," and like, do what? Put Pence in there? I take my chance with Trump personally. Now, this is going to piss a lot of people off. I know it is. I'm going to say this right now. I'm not the biggest fan of him, and if people watch my videos in the past, knows I voted for Gary Johnson. But he is the President of the United States, and I will always respect that position. Period. D fucking end. Now, will he make controversial decisions? Of course. Every president does that. You know, like give example, our previous President Obama. I jumped on a lot of things, but the one thing I really jumped on was for this. He punted on net neutrality. And I screamed about that for 6 fucking years. Because I knew it was going to be bad news. And it might potentially be bad news. But that's another video for another day. Now, I honestly think he's playing all us for suckers. And let me explain why. Not suckers to where he's going to play us and walk. I'm not saying that. And him walking remains to be seen. However, he's playing all us for suckers just so he can get work done behind the scenes. I mean, it's an ass backwards way of doing it. But, you know, it can work. Now I'm thinking like, let's say it's the hidden hand administration. I want to say not Eisenhower, but the one before Eisenhower. I think it was named all of a sudden. Him, the Democrat. No one to replace Roosevelt, who died. I can't even. Harry Truman. I'm sorry, Harry Truman. Something like that. Well, he did the Manhattan Project, obviously, but it's the Hidden Hand, or a la William Taft, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. It's more the hidden hand, using the media to where, using them to get them totally off kilter so he can get job done. I mean, it's plausible, extremely plausible. It really, really is, you know? I mean, do I think that's the reason? I don't fucking know. I really, really don't. And that's one of those ones to where it's a wait and see. And people, and I can't stress this enough, you know, question your sources. I say it all the time. Let's see here. A lot of people I talk to online. Tim Pool. And now, you know who Tim Pool is? Go subscribe to him on YouTube. He even talks about it in passage, but I don't talk about it like I do. Sticks and Hammer talks about it. You know, Sargar, much as I can't stand him at times, talks about it. You know, question your sources. How do you know if it's real? Just because it fits your narrative? Come on now. Us as humans are smarter than that. It's not a left-right issue. I'm talking about across the board. And you know that. Now, and finally this week, I want to get into the, let's see here. Where is it? I'm looking for it now. I don't see it. Oh, the whole thing with Kim.com. Okay, this kind of ties into the Seth Rich thing. I don't know to believe it or not. I really, really don't. But at the moment, The only thing that you or I can do right now is to take him at face value. Now, if it's proven that he's a liar, then it's proven that he's be a liar. But don't pass judgment either way until we know he comes out with a statement with the proof to back it up. And if he's got the proof, and someone like Julian Assange, who just got exonerated, backs that claim up with multiple sources, it's game over. It's straight game over. You can't call it fake news then. Assuming that it's true, obviously. All assuming that. So it's one of those ones to where, something like that, stay tuned. Because I don't fucking know. And if I knew the answer, I would tell you. I really, really, really would. And next week, I don't know what's going on as far as politics. And folks, you can see my last dinner of politics was a while ago. A while ago. After hiccups all of a sudden. Was a while ago. That dinner was good. It was really, really good. And I'm going to try to get this stuff up and going again. As far as that stuff. And it's one of those ones to where, and hopefully it goes good. You know, for us smokers, any good dinner needs good smoke, or in this case, cigars. And for you cigar smokers, cut me some slack. I want a good light body $30 cigar. I really do. But look at it like this. Between that and craft beer, gotta make the choice, man. And it's craft beer every single time. Every single time. So stay tuned. It's like something I hope like do the dinner in politics. I start doing every Sunday night again. Now next week's a little bit different because it's Memorial Day weekend, so I to just take the last weekend of the month off. Plus being a holiday, I'm definitely taking it off. The regular show should be back up, but follow me on my other channels on the Daily Quickie. Let's see here, Lance to Lush. We're getting ready to do a name change. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, so stay tuned. But the politics is not going away, even with YouTube screwing everybody over. Well, folks, that went out. Well, folks, that is it for this week in Dinner and Politics. I thank you for watching. And always, well, first things first, be safe next holiday weekend because of Memorial Day. Be out there and be safe. Watch for the checkpoints. Drive carefully. Watch some baseball games because it's holiday baseball. And always be careful and remember. My coaster come down. Fieru.